Pizza Hut, over a pound of meat and cheese for just $12.99. I hope they're talking about a pizza. That sounds nasty. Give it a minute or two. Oh, I missed the call. All right, well, I'm gonna go ahead for the sake of the YouTube VOD, not having to cut it. So welcome back, DeFi Friday. There was no Throwback Thursday today, unfortunately, because Sony actually claimed the audio on my YouTube video, and I heard that it's my channel. Yeah, I heard that in some places they couldn't actually watch it. So where did I see it? The other day I was going through my videos and I saw like claimed by Sony Music, whatever, which was definitely unfortunate. Anyway, yeah, there was no DeFi there was no Throwback Thursday. Instead, I just played League. That was my quote-unquote throwback game. It's not on YouTube. It's only on Twitch, just because I don't really see myself like regularly playing League on stream. I don't think so. I mean, maybe, but man, I had such a bad time. I played so bad, but whatever. Anyway, DeFi Friday. So let's see. First link. Let's see, Ethereum number 2 behind Bitcoin fights off challengers that offer cheaper and faster blockchains. So essentially what they're referring to is Cardano, ADA, which people are like, I feel like right now we're going through another period of crypto interest. So people are looking for things to buy that they think is going to do 5x or whatever it is. And ADA is like kind of the closest thing to that, just because it's like pre-launch, it's been around for a while, and they're going to do smart contracts. But yeah, fights off challengers that offer cheaper and faster blockchains, because even though they're cheaper and faster, they're only cheaper and faster because no one uses them. So, that's not exactly the best. Second link here. All right, here we go. So Tesla and SpaceX billionaire Elon Musk doubles down on Dogecoin and Ethereum plan to beat Bitcoin amid crypto price bounce. Just funny, because I don't actually remember Elon being super bullish on Ethereum. I mean, look, if you look at the thing here, like 2018, he's like, I want it even though it's a scam. I think people recognize the value behind Ethereum always, once you kind of explain to them that most of the popular crypto fads are on the Ethereum blockchain. I mean, look, he's King Dogecoin, right? He's Mr. Doge, right? Talking about scalability and the future for DeFi through Doge, which I think is, what's the word? To put it plainly, it's bullshit. I mean, it's just straight up bullshit. No one's going to be using Doge at any point in time to make transactions. I talked about it last stream. It's like, just because you can doesn't mean people will. People want one thing that they can buy and use it on a bunch of different exchanges, and Ethereum's going to be the closest thing to that, even though I'm not one of those people that believes that the future of crypto is solely in replacing fiat currency. But yeah, anyway, Elon being super bullish on ETH and tweeting about it and telling people that he has Doge, ETH, and Bitcoin is hilarious. Price jumped. From what I understand, it wasn't just the price of Ethereum. Bitcoin actually jumped too. Like we talked about last stream, when Bitcoin moves, everything moves, right? So people are talking about, oh, look, Ethereum and Bitcoin and I think Cardano and a couple other coins are breaking their downtrend with a short rally, or like signs of a short rally. And I think people have to just kind of understand that this isn't Dogecoin. Like there are already trends and certain directions that these coins are moving. Like you don't have to be a genius to understand that, our most recent, call it DeFi summer, call it crypto craze, call it whatever you want. Um, the last bull run just kind of ended. We saw $4,000 Ethereum, we saw $60,000 Bitcoin, and then everything kind of crashed. Not because I think it's completely justified, but just because we're kind of entering 3 to 6 month bearish time period where it's a time for people to accumulate coins. Like what I was talking about earlier, I think that the Cardano attention that it's getting, that I've seen in the last 2 or 3 days since the Elon thing, is again because it's like the closest thing that you can buy, hold, forget about, right? Because it's still early days. I have heard some negative things. I haven't done much research, but I did see a couple TikToks. I know, TikTok of all places, but I am on like the crypto finance TikTok, and I do get some of these big creators, and a lot of them have spoken out about how they, as like software devs working and doing some of these smart contracts, a lot of people just don't want to learn Cardano. They just would rather go on the Ethereum network or like an Ethereum sub network. Like they have very little incentive to make their exchanges on Cardano. I mean, the thing is that I have seen it firsthand that people flop all the time. People flop. They say that they're bullish Matic, and then they're bullish Luna, and then they're bullish whatever. People actually don't really mind switching from network to network. The problem is that it's not necessarily as easy, right? With Matic and Luna and all of these sub networks that people talk about, there's a bridge. That's pretty much it, right? With Cardano, it'd be like its own separate entity with its own separate sub networks and stuff like that. So I don't know. I have heard a lot of people say that they just don't want to learn and move their things over to the Cardano network. They would rather just do the ETH thing since it's more reliable. I mean, it's just easier to. Right. Let's see what's this. I think this was like a price analysis. I liked it just because I usually don't read things like this for the most part. I try to kind of like consume as much content and then make my own opinion. But I mean, you really don't have to be a genius to understand that right now the current market is, again, we had a really nice bull run, right? A market correction because of FUD right here and right here. And this one really hit hard. And it's been kind of just fighting its way back. And people thought, we were going to get an immediate rally or a V-shaped recovery. And look, clearly the V-shape never came through, and it's just been slowly kind of bleeding horizontally. And yeah, like it says here, the bearish momentum is weakening. I don't know if I necessarily agree with that. I think that it's a lot of just kind of same tricks that always happen. The Elon Musk says something, it goes up. China says something, it goes down. You know what I mean? It's kind of how it always is. I don't really think it really says anything about the overall direction of Bitcoin. I mean, maybe I'm wrong, but just saying. We go Ethereum. Bounce off of critical support. Again, people are suggesting that the bear market is, getting weaker. I don't know if I necessarily agree. We tested this twice, and we kind of had the same sentiment with our previous support. So I don't know. BNB, I don't really look at it. ADA, look, here we go. Same thing. I mean, come, like, you look across all these charts, and they all look really similarly in that they're all kind of bearish and bleeding out, except that the one bounce that everyone had on the same day, people are getting all excited about, which I just, I don't really, doesn't really get me excited. And, some other stuff. It's good. Read it. Don't take it for don't think it's absolute or anything, but it's definitely a good source to look through and definitely read. This is what I was talking about earlier. I keep getting these. It's like people staking whether or not they think that Cardano smart contracts are going to come out by October 1st. So I forgot how it works. I think you bet like this amount and you get $1 back per time that you voted, or maybe you can only vote once, or something like that. Actually, not really sure, but it's essentially just that people are voting. So this is like a good way of kind of testing market sentiment on, or more specifically, people who are like emotionally invested. Is this the Carlos from the castle? Yes, this is. um, Essentially what this is it gives you a good idea of what people who own Cardano, who are willing to bet on it, what they think is going to happen by October 1st. And people are saying apparently that they do think that Cardano smart contracts are going to be out by October 1st. I think it's really optimistic. I think that Ethereum 2.0 will launch before Cardano smart contracts, and October 1st for Ethereum 2.0 to me is fairly ambitious. I would be really, really, really over the moon if that happens. I don't think it's going to, but you never know. And then the last thing that I want to share with you guys was this awesome YouTube videos. This guy, Taiki Maeda, I think is his name. I think that's how you pronounce it. I've watched all of them, and they're really, really, really good videos. I'm not going to go scroll over too much of them because I do want you guys to click it and go to his space, especially if you're trying to make money right now. I don't really give coin tips or stock tips or anything like that on this channel. This channel is not about that. What I want to do is explore what can be done on the DeFi network, what services are provided, explaining kind of the directions that markets are moving, stuff like that. I'm not here to, flip, Shiba coin to $1 million. If you really are really trying to make money during this bear market, you don't want to buy coins, stuff like that, definitely check out what this guy does. He does a lot of yield farming, which is essentially providing coins to, well, I'm just going to let him go over it. But point is, you enter these farms where you buy a certain amount of these coins. Usually all the farms go to 0, depending on the stability of the code behind it and the size of the larger investors, right? When it's mostly retail investors, it goes up and crashes immediately. But things like, for example, the Titan thing, right? I don't know if I talked about it on stream, but with Mark Cuban investing into a yield farm / stablecoin called Titan Finance, unfortunately, the larger investors didn't really understand what they were putting their money into, so they kind of tanked the coin inadvertently. But there are some larger coins coming out. I mean, if you just go to his website, see right here, he's like shilling the newest coin that he's farming, which is a DinoSwap, and he gives like all the reasons he thinks it's going to be more stable than other yield farms. I really like him. He's got good transparency. I've been following him since he was much smaller than he was right now. And he's just like a genuine guy, puts out really good content, really good research stuff too. So I definitely recommend, if you guys are still kind of hungry and there's not a lot of information that I'm providing, just because it's been kind of a slow week, pretty much just an extension of what happened last week. It's like horizontal trendings. The only new thing is that obviously Elon posted on Twitter that he owns Ethereum, which is great and everything, but I don't think there's going to be any rally. I don't think there's going to be any kind of change in the general direction of what we're moving. I see another 3 to 6 months of just horizontal trading, accumulation phase, so that the next bull run, people can make some money. Slowly dollar cost average in and increase your bag. But right, it's just, there's really nothing interesting. Here, I'll end stream by going to my trading view. Yeah, look, this is all I watch. I don't really look at much else. Here, these are some of the lines that I've drawn on my Ethereum chart. They're nothing, I mean, again, I don't really, charts and stuff like that, I leave that to people who are algorithmic traders and stuff, that they have the chart, the charts perfectly. But this is just kind of like if I'm just at a glance, I'm on my phone or something like that. It's like a nice reminder of like different levels that I usually look for. We're just bouncing. I see us doing that for a while, and then as Bitcoin, I unfortunately erased a lot of my lines. I think we're on the go on to one day. But if you really look at it, like there hasn't really, I don't see this as a rally just because I think it's kind of artificial from the Elon thing. But yeah, again, nothing really exciting. The bull run just ended. I know people are so used to, uh, sporadic crypto price changes and like news every day. And, I mean, Elon was on SNL. People thought he was going to shill. Right now, we're kind of in the accumulation phase. Buy coins that you like, get that bag bigger so that later with Ethereum 2.0, with Cardano smart contracts, Bitcoin says they want to do smart contracts in the future. I don't see it, but again, once these things come, that's probably going to be the next bull run. I don't really see another craze, by the end of the year, really, to be honest. But that's really it. I mean, I don't know who's in chat. If you guys have any questions, if you guys have anything to say, I'm going to make the video as short as possible just because this is going straight onto YouTube. So if you missed it live or whatever, or didn't see the tweets, whatever reason it might be, you just watch this. And this is also going to be linked right here. Oh, also, mention the new Coinbase card. So I got my Coinbase card in the mail, which is pretty cool because, it's an accumulation phase and we can dollar cost average on Coinbase. It has its own wallet now. So you can buy like every Monday, whatever you can put in. You have to budget that yourself. It's different for each person's situation. But it would be a good idea every Monday. I think Monday or Sunday is statistically the best days to buy Bitcoin if you're dollar cost averaging in. So go ahead and do that, and then you can keep it on your Coinbase wallet. And then let's say for whatever reason, push comes to shove, you absolutely need to make a purchase, and you're just broke out of your mind. You have nothing but Bitcoin. We're actually getting closer and closer to a reality where you could just pay with it straight with a card. I haven't tried it myself because I don't currently have any of my crypto on any exchanges. I have most of it still on Aave. Oh, actually, I'll talk about that to end stream too, because I also want to include it for people on YouTube. Is that I actually haven't bridged any of my things over to Luna because this week I was just kind of procrastinating on the whole looking for a solution for my my videos getting claimed. But we can go ahead and actually go on Anchor and see what the rates are looking at in comparison to last week. I think it would be great too to get it in the VOD for YouTube. So yeah, they're still offering like this 20%. It's definitely interesting. Oh, I need to have the money in. But yeah. Look at this. Wow. Definitely picking up steam. So what is this on the y-axis? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. How many US dollars in Tether? So what is this telling me? The price action has been slowly dying out. I don't really understand what I'm looking at here. So about a third has been borrowed. Oh, in Terra, it's not Tether. Whoops. Well, it's probably because the price of Terra has been going up. Is that what it is? Total collateral value. There we go. So TVL. So what is this? Look, they have their own yield form too. I actually haven't taken a look at the yield form. I'd love to take a look at it. I forgot where it is. Bond. Oh, does it show rates here? See, that's just something very basic, but just something that I don't actually like too much about. Oh, this is good. Look at this. So this is a yield form right here. Anchor with Terra. This is a liquidity farm. This is actually something that might interest me. 38.64%. Maybe I might do something like how I did on Aave, where you deposit the majority of your crypto and you take it out in this LP coin and the Anchor coin, so that I could maximize what I would be making from having it deposited on this and also the liquidity pool. Which could be good. And then they're offering 5.71 if you stake it. But I don't really see reason to do that. I also don't know what kind of time window that would be for, but just taking a look just before I end stream. But yeah, I haven't actually transferred anything over. I've kept everything on Aave. Let's see if today my Aave works. Oh. I also really like Zapper and DBank are really good too. See what it says. Yeah, we're like 40 bucks down essentially because of I own 283 in Ethereum. But yeah, this is essentially it. I don't really do too much more than this. I don't have the excess capital anymore to be even dollar cost averaging in. But I do actively participate with these funds on a bunch of different exchanges and do a bunch of different kind of proof of concept things. See, on Aave, I have a lot on the Polygon network. See, network, Polygon. I have all my stable coins there. And on SushiSwap, which counts as part of the Ethereum, just providing liquidity, I think Ethereum to Sushi. And then, yeah, that's pretty much it. If you guys aren't using Zapper and all of these things, like it's great. It's really good, especially when you have money all over the place. It's really good to kind of organize everything, look at your profitability. Oh, here's another one I wanted to show you guys. Oh, here's Aave. Yeah, here, finally loaded. So yeah, my rates is like my dashboard. So see here, I have a bunch of stable coins, random stuff. Like I had a bunch of random coins that I thought were going to go down, and I saw that the market correction was going to happen. I had a feeling that everything was going to be super overpriced. So, at the top, essentially sold, bought a bunch of stable coins and put them in here. Worked out, thankfully. And kind of just accumulating this. I haven't taken it because, again, I'm not a whale. I talked about this last time on streams. Like, I'm not a whale. I don't have an excess amount of capital. So every single transaction that I do, my profitability is based on how much I spent on fees, essentially. If I spend too much on fees, then I get destroyed. I mean, the perfect example is like I made one. I was just trying out the liquidity stuff. Wasn't really thinking too much about it. And the gas fees absolutely destroyed me. Let's see. It's the last thing I'll show you guys before I get off. I think it's because it's on the wrong. Oh no, it's on the Ethereum mainnet. Literally says right here, June 18th. It's been a while. I don't know why they changed the website. This was definitely not what the website looked like before. You would be able to just put in your. That's so strange. Here, I'll just go on Sushi. How do I want to check what the gas fees are like right now. Here it is. See, not too much. Again, since I'm not a whale, it's like I'm such a minuscule part of this pool. It was just for a proof of concept, just to see how you exactly earn what you're earning, and just practice actually doing it so that I'm more comfortable when I find a better liquidity farm like the one I just showed, the Luna USD. Sorry, Luna Anchor token. I'm more confident in doing it. But see here, like what ended up happening was that I got charged like, I think it was like $9, which is like super expensive in June. That's destroyed any kind of earnings that I've made back, because by the time that I make transaction fees being 0.01% of a pool to make back $9 is never going to happen. It's essentially never going to happen. I mean, I can just keep it there. It's reliable, it's stable, and I'm bullish on both of these coins, so it doesn't really matter. But if I was a bigger account, I could definitely make back my transaction costs, my fees, my whatever. And thankfully, there's no fees on this. But for yield farm, that's essentially what you have to deal with. Is also on top of the transaction cost, the fees. So yeah, maybe once I get some more money, I'll do it. I'll record it all so people can see what it's like and how to do it. But for now, again, just kind of proof of concept. Might end up moving. I mean, this is all going to end up getting liquidated into one coin that I'm bullish on and moved on to the Terra network. So it doesn't really matter. I was just kind of learning. But that's pretty much everything I wanted to talk about today. I don't think there was too much more. It was just Ethereum, Cardano, Elon Musk, some of the horizontal price movements, and talking about the Yield Farmer YouTube channel. But yeah, to people in here, thanks for watching, and make sure to go sign up for my newsletter. If you're not already signed up, go to my website, carloslannis.com, and you'll get a free introductory crypto course. Just for signing up to the newsletter, being one of the first people that I can, have on my my email list. I promise I won't spam. I made a whole post about it. Go ahead, read it on the website. And then if you're watching this from my blog, from the VOD, leave a like, subscribe to my YouTube, and leave me a comment if you can, just saying like, oh, I watched this from the VOD. But yeah, that's about it. I'm gonna get offline, but again, thanks for coming, and peace out.